My 17-year-old sister announced she was the heroine of a romance novel. She was pregnant, dropping out of high school, moving into a cramped rental with a 30-year-old construction worker who was divorced, had 2 kids, and apparently didn't believe in showers. His name was Vance Cross. She called him her destiny. In my past life, I couldn't bear to watch her suffer. I dragged her to get an abortion, spent my savings on tutors, made sure she still took her college entrance exams. She got into Jinhua University, graduated, landed a job at a Fortune 500 company, made millions. Everyone envied her. Me? I ended up in a hospital bed, kidneys failing, body destroyed from years of overwork. She visited one night, smiled, removed my oxygen mask. "If it weren't for you," she whispered, "I'd have married Vance. We'd be happy. We'd have a beautiful child. My baby visits me in dreams. He's lonely down there. He wants you to keep him company." Then I died. I woke up gasping for air. Same day, same living room, same cheap sofa. Rue sat across from me, glaring with the same entitled eyes. I looked down at the pregnancy test in my hand. 2 pink lines. I smiled. "You want to marry Vance? Have his baby?" I asked. "Go ahead." Rue's eyes went wide, then brighter than I'd seen in years. "Really? Oh my God, Iris, I love you. You're the best sister ever." I stepped back before she could hug me. "Vance is taking you out to celebrate, right? Go." She hesitated. "Can I borrow your makeup?" I glanced at my 50-cent drugstore foundation, tossed it to her without a second thought. She squealed, then grabbed a red bodycon dress from my closet, one he had given her. In my past life, I'd cut it to shreds. She'd screamed at me for hours. I'd spent half a month's salary on designer shoes to make it up to her. Ate nothing but plain buns and water for 2 weeks. Lost 10 pounds. Got gastritis. When I asked her to buy me stomach medication with the money I'd given her, she bought roses instead. I curled up in bed, barely conscious. She hugged her flowers and told me I didn't understand romance. Now I watched her wiggle in front of the mirror. 17, naturally beautiful. Even without makeup, she glowed with that careless youth. The red dress clung to her like something from a cheap novel. Not elegant, just wrong. A child playing dress-up in a woman's clothes. She caught my eye. Do I look good? Like trash, I thought. I smiled and nodded, handed her my ID. "Celebrate well. Have fun." Her jaw dropped. "Wait, I can stay out all night? Really?" In the past, I'd forced her home by 11. She hated me for it. Called me a prison warden. Said I'd trapped her like a butterfly in a jar. My thoughts. Fine. Be free. Fly straight into the fire. I nodded. She shrieked, grabbed her phone, called him. When she hung up, she was practically vibrating. She snatched the $200 I'd left on my bookshelf and bolted. My eye twitched. I was careless. My phone rang. "Mr. Zhang, the tutor I'd hired. Miss Sullivan? Next week's tuition is due." Right. In my past life, I'd hired him when Rue's grade slipped. Blamed it on stress. Paid top dollar for 3 sessions a week, even when she complained he was too strict and wouldn't be her friend. Meanwhile, I worked 2 jobs like a dog. Came home exhausted. Still sat with her every night doing emotional check-ins. Turns out, her anxiety wasn't about school. It was about whether Vance loved her. I exhaled slowly. "Mr. Zhang? Rue won't need tutoring anymore." Silence. Then carefully. "Financial difficulties? We can postpone payment. She's gifted with help. She could get into a top university. She's dropping out. Getting married. Having a baby." Another silence. Then outrage. "This is insane. I've never met a guardian like you. You're abandoning her future." "I'm her sister, 5 years older. I cut him off. Our parents died 5 years ago. I was 17. She was 12. I remembered standing between Rue and Vulture's relatives who wanted our parents' money. Rue hiding behind me, sobbing that she was scared to be alone. I'd torn up my own acceptance letter, stayed in this small town, got her into the best high school, with money and connections. And how did it end? Me suffocating on a hospital bed, while my darling sister spent my insurance money on honeymoons with the man I'd kept her from. I watched it all after I died. Took one lifetime to see her clearly. This time, same mistake? Not a chance. I respect her choices, I told Mr. Zhang. He hung up on me. After Rue left, I pulled out every designer bag and dress I'd bought her. She'd begged for them. When I said no, she'd lock herself in her room and starve herself until I gave in. Every single time. I sold them all. Fast. Rue had decent taste, at least. I was counting my profits when the police called. Guardian for Rue Sullivan? Come to the station. I walked in to find Rue sobbing in Vance's arms. He was handcuffed to a chair, face bruised, still cursing. Please! Rue wailed when she saw me. Some guy harassed me. Vance protected me. Now he's in trouble. Please help him. Shut up, Vance snarled. Who needs her help? I'll do my time. I'm a man. I can handle it. He glared at me like I was the villain of his love story. I ignored him. Found the officer in charge. She's lying, isn't she? The cop sighed. He caressed someone else's wife. Got punched for it. Your sister? She attacked the wife, scratched her face. Now they want compensation or they'll press charges. I looked at the star-crossed lovers through the window. Sue them. I'm broke. When I left, Rue tried to follow. Security stopped her. What? She shrieked. I'm a minor. You can't keep me. Talk to my sister. The cop rolled his eyes. You're old enough for criminal charges, sweetheart. Rue went pale. Looked at me with those big, wet eyes. I teared up too. Don't worry, Rue. I'll find money. Sell my blood if I have to. But I glanced at Vance. He loves you so much, right? I'm sure he'll come up with the money first. Vance blinked. Then, the hell? My money's for important stuff. Rue's face hardened. You don't love me? Or this baby? I left them arguing. Walked out. Didn't look back. For 2 days, I did nothing. Slept, ate, breathed. Then Rue called, screeching so loud I held the phone away. Where are my clothes? My bags? Where did you put them? I crunched a chip. Oh, you're out? I sold them. For bail money. Did Vance pay? Silence. Just transfer me the money from the sale. I'm saving it. For your dowry. I smiled into the phone. You want to marry him, right? Can't show up empty-handed. Gotta work, bye. Hung up. That night, Rue was on my couch, glaring. Where were you? I went to your factory. You weren't there? You lied about working? Vance saw you coming out of a hotel. I widened my eyes innocently. Hotel? Oh! I clean rooms there now, part-time. You wouldn't believe what young people leave behind. Pause. Then, softly. Wait. Vance saw me at a hotel? What was he doing at a hotel? The air went cold. I handed her leftovers. Maybe he was fixing something? Construction work? You said he was a laborer. Maybe he's learning new skills. Here, eat. I left her in the living room. Through the door, I heard her scream, Why were you at a hotel? I smiled. Next morning, Rouge shook me awake, eyes red-rimmed, dark circles. He was picking up a friend. He didn't betray me. I nodded. She brightened. He's taking me to his place soon, to take care of me until the baby comes. She rubbed her belly, dreamy. But I still need tutoring. 1 month until exams. I don't want to mess up. I blinked. In my past life, she'd fought me on tutoring, wanted to be with Vance 24/7s. Now she was asking, Ask Vance for the money, I said. Everything I have is for your dowry. She frowned. He spent everything on that lawsuit. Just give me the money, it's mine anyway. I looked at her sadly. Rue, if he can't even afford tutoring, how much does he really love you? Men value what they pay for. Her face twisted. Don't call him that, you don't know anything. You just throw money at me. When I couldn't sleep, when I was sad he was there, you were out living your life. I don't want your stupid money. She slammed out. The old door shed wood chips like tears. I stared at my hands, the hands that worked night shifts, that bought her everything, that never bought myself more than 50-cent foundation, the hands she'd never once held. Rue didn't come home. She posted photos. Vance washing her feet. Vance cooking her soup in a cramped kitchen, hunched over because he was too tall. Caption: even if the whole world is against us, we'll make it. Vance texted me. Mostly profanity. The gist: she's mine. Back off or else. I stared at my phone, genuinely confused. I had backed off. What more did they want? Then I saw the trashy romance novel on Rue's shelf. Ah! Every story needs a villain. Every forbidden love needs an obstacle. Without me, their love wasn't dramatic enough. It was just sad. So Rue invented me. The cruel sister. The obstacle. I deleted his message. Called Mr. Zhang? Mr. Zhang? I'd like to pay for tutoring. Not for Rue. For me. Do you take me as a student? Long pause. Then, grudgingly, I don't teach heartless people. Rue had already told him I was the villain. In my past life, I'd signed up for adult education after Rue started working. She'd laughed at me. You're so old. Isn't it embarrassing? And you're not even smart. The only reason you survived was luck. I went anyway. Mr. Zhang encouraged me. I studied hard. The night before my exam, Rue cooked me dinner. Cried. Apologized. Said she found recipes online, wanted to make it up to me. I believed her. Drank the wine she poured. Next thing I knew, ambulance. Hospital. The doctors said kidney failure. Something I'd eaten, something toxic. I was put on life support. Oxygen mask, tubes, machines beeping. Days passed. Rue visited every day, crying, holding my hand, telling the nurses what a wonderful sister I was. Then one night, she came alone. I was awake but couldn't move, couldn't speak, could only watch. She stood over my bed, smiled. You should have just let me have my happy ending. She reached down, removed my oxygen mask. I felt myself fading, drowning in air. She whispered, my baby visits me in dreams. He's lonely down there. He wants you to keep him company. Then everything went dark. But here's the thing about death. Sometimes you get to watch what happens next. I saw her collect my insurance money. Saw her book honeymoons with Vance. Saw her spend every penny I'd saved, every cent of the payout from my death. Cancer would have taken me eventually. The doctors told her that said my kidneys were failing anyway, that I didn't have long. But she didn't wait. She wanted me gone. Now. So she made sure of it. I quit my job, used savings for a different tutor. Learning was hard. Even with past life memory, my brain felt slower. 5 years of factory work had dulled it. But for the first time in years, I was happy. Just studying. No Rue, no drama. Rue's class teacher called once, furious. Do you know your sister is living with a 30-year-old man? He has 2 kids. She hasn't been to school in weeks. Exams are in 15 days. Don't you care? I just finished a practice test. Red marks everywhere. Teacher, do you remember me? I was your student too. Top of the class. Silence. It's been 5 years. Actually, 10 if you count. Never mind. My natural intelligence, it's gone. Long pause. Then softly. I'm sorry, Iris. I forgot. You're just a kid too. A tear hit my paper. Thank you. Sky handed me water. You have 4 months. You'll make it. I'd helped Sky in high school, stopped bullies, cleared her name. She never forgot. You could have repeated a year, she said gently. Why didn't you? Because Rue was 12, crying, begging me not to leave. Year 1, I'm scared alone. Year 2, my high school entrance exam. Please stay. Year 3, high school is hard. Year 4, next year is my college entrance exam. Then she found Vance. I closed my eyes. Sky hugged me. This time, I'll stay with you. My scores improved fast. Sky was thrilled. Then the door crashed open. Rue stood there with two little boys. Dark circles. Gaunt face. "Give me money." She shoved the boys forward. "Call her aunt. Ask for red packets allowance." They sneered exactly like Vance. I laughed. No money, no life. Rue's face crumpled. "Vance borrowed from loan sharks. They're trashing our place. I need 10,000. Mom and Dad's money half is mine." I stared. She pinched the boys. They screamed. Rue wailed, "I'm cursed, orphaned. My sister stole everything. I'll be murdered and she won't help." My hand moved before I thought. Slap. "Did I ever starve you? Clothe you? That dress you're wearing? Half my paycheck. Your shoes? Your underwear? Everything." She gaped. "Mom and Dad left 5,000. Total. You got into that school because I paid. Not because you're special." I pointed at the boys. "Their father's trash. And you're volunteering to be their maid. That's your choice." Dio looked around for sympathy. Found none. Sky stepped forward. "I've known Iris since high school. She'd help anyone. Look at you, designer dress. 2,000. Her whole outfit? Less than 200. If that's abuse, abuse me." Security dragged them out. Rue screamed, "You'll die screaming." I laughed. "Already did, sweetheart." Sky handed me tissue. "Some people are born evil. Your sister? One of them." A little girl pressed candy into my hand. "I believe you're a good sister." I looked around. Everyone in the tutoring center was watching. Concerned. Kind. I took the candy. "We'll all make it." "Exam results night," Rue called. "I'll be top of the province," she breathed. "$1 million career. Beautiful babies with Vance. You? Cancer. Dead." I blinked. She remembered. Just now. "After exams, good luck with that." I hung up. An hour later, someone pounded on my door. "Vance. Rue. Goons. Through the peephole. Crowbars. Violence." I called police. Locked my bedroom door. The front door crashed. "Where's the deed?" Rue laughed. "Give me the house and I'll let you live." Silence. Then smashing, furniture breaking, sirens, freeze. I opened my door. Cops everywhere. Vance and friends in cuffs. Rue smiled at the officer. "This is my house." We were just cleaning. The living room was destroyed. Bookshelves overturned. Tables smashed. My parents' photo frames shattered on the floor. I stepped forward. I called them. "These people broke into my house, threatened me, destroyed my property." Rue shrieked, "She's lying! I'm her sister." I pulled out the deed. Only my name. "Take them, all of them." Rue grabbed for it. Cops held her back. She stared. "No, no, that's fake." As they dragged her away, "I'm pregnant, you can't." Vance yelled back. "Let her go. Come for me instead." Still pregnant. Interesting. I sued. Full damages. My lawyer asked, "What's your goal?" "Bankrupt them." Sky handed me biscuits. Love it. In my past life, Rue never knew poverty. She thought love conquered all. Thought her $1 million salary would always save her. Let's see how love does with zero money. Rue called, hysterical. 100,000. That house isn't worth that. I held the phone away from my ear. Pay or go to prison. She laughed. Exam results come tonight. I'll be top of the province. 100,000? Pocket change. Drop the case and I'll remember you when I'm rich. I hung up, blocked her. 2 practice tests later, Sky burst in. Your sister is live streaming. She's already announcing she's top of the province. Before results come out, and she's dragging you through the mud. I watched. Rue in a white dress, crying prettily. Vance in a button-down shirt, looking almost normal. I don't blame my sister, Rue sniffled. She's angry because I chose love. Vance isn't rich or educated, but he truly loves me. Is that wrong? Vance played humble. I'd leave her if it meant she could have her house back. The reporters ate it up. Comments flooded in. Evil sister. Give her the house. She's jealous of their love. 5 minutes until results. I posted everything. The break-in video, the pregnancy test, the shattered photo frame of our parents, results announced, 520. Sky snorted. That's her top of the province score? Comments flipped instantly. We got played. She's a liar. Check her sister's social media. Rue stared at her screen. Refreshed. Refreshed again. Same number. It's wrong, she whispered. I should be. Vance grabbed her. Enough. 520 means our love lasts forever. That's good enough for a top university. The reporter checked his phone, went pale. The house doesn't have your name. You broke in. You destroyed your parents' photo. Rue gaped. Then the door crashed open. A woman in cheap clothes, heavy makeup, stormed in. You. She grabbed Rue. Sleeping with my husband while I'm working to support our kids? Vance shoved her. She fell. We're not even divorced, the woman screamed. And my boys? Where are my boys? They found them, taped up, in a box. I had to, Vance yelled. They wouldn't stop crying on Rue's big day. The wife went to the kitchen, came back with a knife. The live stream cut out. Rue went viral, for all the wrong reasons. Comments flooded my social media. We're so sorry. She played us all. Sky ate an apple. Funny how fast people switch sides. I tried to delete my account. She stopped me. Keep it. For protection. Good point. In the weeks that followed, the truth unraveled piece by piece. Vance's wife, Delilah, filed for divorce. Took the boys, filed for full custody. The story made local news. The cheating husband, the teenage mistress, the children found taped in a box. Rue was humiliated. But she still had Vance, or so she thought. Without his wife's income, Vance panicked. He'd borrowed money from loan sharks months ago to impress TU, to pay for their rental, to play the role of provider. Now, the debt was due. They came knocking. One night, they found him, beat him, broke his leg. Bad. Rue was there. She tried to run, tripped, fell hard down a flight of stairs. The baby came that night. 2 months early. She survived. The baby survived. Tiny, fragile, but alive. But the doctors said Rue would never have another child. The damage was permanent. And Vance? While Rue lay in the hospital fighting for their baby's life, he disappeared with some woman he met at a bar. The loan sharks didn't care about Rue's situation. You're his woman. You live in his place. You pay. She had nothing. Dropped out of school, no job, no skills. A premature baby in the NICU? She begged me for money. Called 100 times. I blocked every number. Then the loan sharks made an offer. They'd wipe Vance's debt $50,000 death. Rue signed over. Something. I never learned the details, but I heard she agreed, $50,000. That's what Vance's love was worth. She sold her future for a man who'd already left her. I pushed her out of my mind, focused on my own future. 4 months of studying, 4 months of peace. Then exam day came. At the gate, someone grabbed my legs. Rue. Not the pretty girl who'd posed in red dresses. This Rue was bloated, gray-skinned, dark circles under wild eyes. A month postpartum and already destroyed. Sister, I'm sick. The baby, he won't stop crying. I can't do this alone. You have to help me. The crowd stared. She whispered so only I could hear, if I can't have a future, neither can you. Sky tried to pull her off. I'll help her. Let Iris go. No, only my sister. She owes me. Someone in the crowd laughed. Isn't that the fake top scorer? The mistress whose boyfriend got arrested? Let her sister go. Rue's grip loosened. I ran. 3 more exams. I avoided her completely. When the last bell rang, I walked into sunlight. Sky waited with flowers. You finally lived for yourself. Rue was outside, still waiting, still desperate, like you'll get into anywhere good. You're too old, too stupid. Sky stepped forward. Rue flinched. You'd hit me? I just had a baby. I pulled Sky back. I'd rather be too old and stupid than exactly like you. Rue lunged at me, missed, crashed into men standing nearby. Men with tattoos, men who looked at her and grinned. Well, look who we found. Vance's girl. You know where he's hiding? She ran. 585, Sky screamed. You did it! I stared at the screen, cried, laughed, shook. I did it. Alone. Finally. We celebrated at a small restaurant until someone's phone buzzed with news. Hey, that guy from before? Vance? He got arrested. Loan sharks found him. He's in the hospital. I didn't ask about Rue, didn't want to know. Months later, I was on a plane to university when my phone exploded. Sky, turn on the news. Your sister. OMG. The news footage showed a burned apartment, police tape, ambulances, 2 stretchers. Local woman sets apartment on fire in apparent murder-suicide attempt. Rue. 3rd-degree burns over 60% of her body. Vance. Legs still in a cast, but alive. He'd crawled out a window. The reporter interviewed him from his hospital bed. She went crazy, man. Kept talking about how she could start over, how if we died together, we'd wake up in a new life where everything was perfect. Said she was special chosen. Tried to light the whole place up while I was sleeping. Lucky, I woke up. They asked if he'd visit her. Hell no, that woman ruined my life. My phone rang, unknown number. Sister, please. Her voice was barely a whisper. Cracked, burned. They want money for surgery. Please, I'll die without it. I know you have it. Please. I listened to her breath, a struggle. You tried to burn me alive in my past life, I said quietly. You took my kidney and called it love. You blamed me for everything while I destroyed myself for you. Silence. I don't know you. I hung up. Epilogue. Years passed. I graduated. Made real friends. People who didn't just take. Sky visited often. Sent care packages. Remembered my birthday. One day she called. I went to the hospital. To check. She's still there. Bandaged everywhere. Just lies there moaning. They say she'll never walk right again. Never be normal. She paused. She'd be better off dead, Iris. That's not a life. I didn't answer. Spring awards ceremony. I walked across the stage in my best dress. Nothing fancy, but mine. Paid for with my own money, earned with my own work. The host handed me the trophy. Congratulations, Iris, for Best Speech of the Year. My friends cheered. Sky was crying. I looked out at the audience, full of young people with their whole lives ahead of them. I was one of them now. The applause washed over me like sunlight. My life was just beginning. The end. Subscribe for more drama. Up next, cheated by roommate.